Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. The war in Ukraine is set to escalate and shift. The US may lift some major restrictions and allow Kiev to use American missiles to strike deep into Russia. In the past, Putin has called this a red line. So how will he respond to this move? And why has the US agreed to this now? We'll discuss all of that. Meanwhile, Moscow is flexing its naval muscle with a joint drill with the Chinese. In Bangladesh, a hush order for the Hindus on Durga Puja celebrations. What does it say about Dhaka's pledge to protect its minorities? In the US, why Khalistani separatists are endorsing India's opposition leader Rahul Gandhi. In Switzerland, a model is murdered by her husband and her body parts are pureed in a blender. In India, the government expands the universal health cover to benefit senior citizens. In Europe, iconic car brands are stalling. We'll tell you why. In Afghanistan, the Taliban begins work on a long-delayed gas pipeline. What is the TAPI project and whom does it benefit? How Commonwealth nations are making a new move to seek reparations from Britain, and all about the Polaris mission, the world's first ever private spacewalk. All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Russian President Vladimir Putin invites Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for talks. Putin met India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval in Moscow. The Russian president told Doval he's waiting to meet his quote-unquote good friend, Prime Minister Modi. The meeting could take place on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in October. India and China discussed the resumption of direct passenger flights. This would end a 4-year suspension, which was triggered by the COVID pandemic and ongoing geopolitical tensions. Before 2020, there were more than 500 direct flights monthly between India and China. Staying with India, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, will she resign? Mamata Banerjee says that she is, and I'm quoting, she is ready to step down in the interest of the people. The offer comes amid her government standoff with doctors who are on strike over the rape and murder of a doctor at the RG Kar hospital. The protesting doctors have refused to meet the Bengal Chief Minister. Israel strikes Syrian-controlled Golan Heights, killing at least 2 Hezbollah operatives. Just days ago, in fact, Israeli forces reportedly raided an Iranian weapons facility in Syria. In 1967, Israel seized much of the Golan Heights from Syria. The United Nations Security Council extends sanctions on the Sudan until September 2025. This includes an arms embargo, freezing of assets and travel bans. In 2023, fighting broke out between rival armed factions in the Sudan. The conflict has killed thousands and displaced millions. And Spanish Prime Minister meets Venezuelan opposition figure Edmundo Gonzalez. Last Sunday, Gonzalez fled to Madrid seeking political asylum. He had been in hiding since the July presidential election in Venezuela. President Maduro of Venezuela was declared the winner amid widespread claims of poll rigging.